Binge the full week ad-free over at patreon.com/inspireddisorder.
What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
Top 5 movie snacks. That's right, everybody. It's another episode of Top 5, and I'm going through my top 5 movie snacks, specifically snacks that I will have had in a actual movie theater. Back in the before time, when movie theaters existed, these would be my top 5. Got it? Starting off with number 5, which is very specific to a time when I actually worked at a movie theater, Rancho 16 and Rancho Mirage. Worked at the floor service, and one of the things I like to do with my coworkers, we'd make nachos. But we'd make nachos very specifically. We'd put nachos in one of those L trays, those cardboard trays, and put those in the bun warmer, right, to get the chips nice and crispy. Then we go across the street to AM/PM with the kids' cup, and we fill up that kids' cup with nacho cheese and chili, and we pay just whatever the kids' cup price is. They didn't know what was inside of it, even though it was nice and warm, full of free nacho cheese and chili. And then we go back and we put that nacho cheese and chili over the chips that are nicely crisped and warmed up, and then we put the jalapenos that we had at the concession stand that we'd give out to people, like pickled jalapeno slices, put that on top. That is my number 5 pick, my Rancho 16 nachos. Very specific, I know, but out of all of the things, it was one of the best. And you can get nachos in a theater, but it's not the same. So that's my number 5. Number 4. My number 4 movie snack is Raisinets. I know a lot of people don't like Raisinets. People seem to have a huge problem with raisins, whether it's with oatmeal, whether it's by themselves. I don't know what it is, but I love myself some dried fruit. I love dried fruit. I also love chocolate. And it's one of the things that Raisinets used to be. This is another thing that I used to get kind of early days at the movie theater. But I loved it, just the texture of the chocolate and the raisins. You get a little bit of that sweet from the chocolate, a little bit of sweet from the raisins. Just kind of a great movie snack. Not making a lot of noise, but delicious. I love Raisinets. So that's my number 4, Raisinets. Number 3. This is another controversial choice, I would say. Number 3 is Red Vines. I'm not talking Twizzlers. I'm not talking some kind of other licorice, which actually, if you were to go to like Trader Joe's and get licorice, it's probably better than Red Vines. But of the war between Twizzlers and Red Vines, I think Red Vines wins hands down. Twizzlers taste like nothing. They have barely any flavor. They taste like plastic. I hate Twizzlers. And I've tried. There's a lot of people that love Twizzlers, and I've tried to force myself to see what they are seeing, what they are experiencing when they bite into a Twizzlers. And I'm just like, I just taste nothing but flavorless plastic, really. Now, Red Vines, they can come in a few different forms, right? There's the kind of the hard red vine that's not fresh. You need a fresh red vine. And a fresh red vine has like a very soft texture, very similar to what you would get in a higher end red licorice, from like Trader Joe's. You get like that really soft, chewy texture. But yeah, the red vines that are cold and hard, not as good. But being in the desert, red vines, especially if you're sneaking them in, of course, sneaking in snacks to a movie theater is a tale as old as time. You sneak those Raisinets in, they're going to be nice and warm. Your body temperature is going to warm them up, and they're going to be at the perfect chewing. Like, they're just so good. The flavor is so good with Red Vines, and then the texture, if you got them nice and warm and fresh, perfect. I love myself some Red Vines. So that's my number 3 pick is Red Vines. Number 2 in my top 5 movie snacks picks, number 2 is Sour Patch. Again, soft candy. Right? Soft. I love the sour. Thinking about Sour Patch makes my mouth explode, right? Just the memory, just the thought of a candy gives my mouth like a physical interactions and activity are happening in my mouth just by thinking of a candy. That's how powerful Sour Patch are. You know, you got the sour, you got the sweet. If you eat too many of them, you get the sores on your tongue, which is like, it's one of those candies where it's you have to work for it. You have to sacrifice your tongue to enjoy this acidic sweet delight. You know, sour like, and I like the soft candies. I don't like the not like the dots. You know, the soft candies that stick to the teeth, don't like that. Don't like candy that sticks to my teeth. You know, I want the soft. I like the sweet. Love the sour. Love the sour, right? And just the chewy, it's everything. It's the best, like better than gummy bears. Gummy bears, they have like too rubbery. Like your teeth don't really sink into them, right? You have to kind of, it's like gummy bears are like most gummy bears. I mean, like the Haribo gummy bears, it's too much chewing. Too much chewing. It like gets my jaw sore. You know, I like my teeth to sink into a sour gummy candy. And Sour Patch kind of both of those. Like, it's so rare. If I'm going to get any kind of candy for a movie, Sour Patch number one. Right? Now there's other variations of like the sour soft candy, like the sour punch, those straw type of, you know, red vine-esque type of sour candies. Those are okay. Rips, those are okay. You know, if you want to mix up what kind of sour type of candy you're getting that's similar to Sour Patch, they have a similar mouthfeel, but Sour Patch, I think, is the OG. And even the dust at the bottom, you know, if you want to be like a fat kid like me, you suck on your finger a little bit and you dab it and you just kind of suck on all the sour powder that's on the bottom of the package. Sour Patch Kids, by far the best candy that I can think of, and that's why it's at my number 2. All right? My number 1 pick in my top 5 movie snacks, right? It's generic. This is a take on a classic. My number 1 pick is buttered popcorn with jalapeno slices on top. Now, not all movie theaters have jalapenos, right? I'm lucky. I grew up in the valley in Southern California, where jalapenos tend to be more ubiquitous, tend to be more available, especially at movie theaters. It's a very big trend. There was times where we would not get the right kind of jalapenos when I worked at the movie theater, and they would just taste different. Right? These pickled jalapenos that you would get at the movie theater, which was one of the best things when I moved back to the Valley after living in Denver and San Diego, is that getting those jalapenos. I love popcorn anyway. I will pay the crazy price for popcorn. I love popcorn. I never got sick of popcorn. I will pay the price. I didn't put soda on my list because it's not like, I will bring my water. I don't need to have soda. Right? I don't need to have any of these top 5, but this, like, I don't go into a movie craving soda, right? But I go in craving candy. I go in craving snacks, going craving kind of like a food item. And popcorn is that perfect food item, that perfect movie theater food item. I don't care. I don't care if I hear people chewing on popcorn. I will chew on popcorn, but there's nothing better getting like a medium popcorn, right? This is just for me. Not for anybody else, or small, depending. Medium, small popcorn. Medium is kind of the go-to. Get that buttered, not overly buttered, right? You don't want your hands soaked in butter. You don't want the butter soaking through the popcorn bag onto your shorts or your pants, right? You don't want to have a big grease stain on your pants when you leave the movie theater. But you want that buttery flavor, right? You want to cut the salty popcorn down with that buttery flavor, which butter in movie theaters isn't actually butter. It's like an oil butter flavoring kind of whatever. But you get that because it cuts down. It makes the popcorn just a little bit juicier, right? Makes it a little bit juicier. And then you get the jalapeno slices, and I try to get as many as I can, right? And you don't want the jalapeno. You want to try and get rid of the juice, right? You don't want the juice, because the juice, jalapeno juice on popcorn, is just going to make it melt. It's going to turn it into mush, right? So you drain the juice from the jalapeno slices, if there's any jalapeno juice in the little cups, and you dump the jalapenos on top of the popcorn. And the pickled jalapenos, they're not as spicy. They give you the right amount of jalapeno spice. It's not like getting a freshly cut jalapeno. You're not getting that kind of spice. You're getting a pickled jalapeno, which is perfect. Put those on top and you eat. You eat your popcorn, you get that spice, you get that activity, you get those endorphins in your brain going because of spicy food, right? Helps you enjoy the movie more, right? And then once you get you're out of jalapenos, you dump the next little tub of jalapenos on top. And you do that. And it's you get into a rhythm where you're just reaching in, you feel like that soft cold jalapeno, that wet jalapeno when you grab a little clump of popcorn, and you know it's going to be a good bite of popcorn because that jalapeno's on there. And it gets the jalapeno juice. Just spicy popcorn is the best. Spicy popcorn is the best. So that's my number one pick. Just a regular buttered popcorn, but with jalapenos. I'll go with a regular buttered popcorn without jalapenos. I mean, I'm like, if I'm going to a movie theater and I'm getting a snack, more than not, I'm getting popcorn. I'm getting popcorn over candy, getting popcorn over everything else. But if there's jalapenos, it's the best. It's number one, A++, right? Let me go over my top 5 real quick. My top 5 movie snacks, starting off with the specific Rancho 16 nachos that I used to make custom. Those were, I mean, I had to add that to the list. Number 2, Raisinets. You know, you could judge me if you want, but I love myself some Raisinets. Red Vines. You can take your Twizzlers, and you throw those away. Twizzlers, get out of here. Red Vines all day, number 3. Number 2, Sour Patch, the best sweet, sour, gummy deliciousness. If candy, it's at the peak of candy picks for me is Sour Patch. And number 1 in my top 5 movie snacks is buttered popcorn with jalapeno slices. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. So that's my top 5 movie snacks. Let me know what your top 5 movie snacks are in the comments and below. Hit me up on social media. Tell me how wrong I am. I don't care. Get yourself 2 free books from Audible when you go through my link, inspireddisorder.com/audible. That's 2 free books when you sign up. Cancel anytime. If you stay with the service, you get a free book every month. They also have available Audible originals, guided wellness programs, news, and so much more. Sign up now to get your 2 free audio books through my link, inspireddisorder.com/audible. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on IGTV, YouTube, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Binge the full week ad-free over at patreon.com/inspireddisorder. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at inspireddisorder.com and follow the show on Instagram at Ray Taylor Show. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out.